Has it occurred to you that Ghana has one of the biggest concession of salt lands, and if properly managed well, it can be the biggest producing countries of salt in the world? Follow me as we go tour the biggest concession of land used to mine salt. There's approximately 41,000 acres of land in which the government of Ghana gave to the Magnan company, that's the Electrochem company. So during high tides, the brine water is being harvested from the salt, that's the Songo Lagoon, and then it's being pumped onto their concession. And so when the water is being pumped, it enters into their they have ponds they called evaporators, which stores the water in an open area. It's approximately the size of a football park, and then the sun is the main source of energy that evaporates the water, leaving the salt behind. Since salts are more denser, hey, yeah, salts are more denser than so the water evaporates and then leave the salt behind so that they can get the salt. So as you can see, those are the ponds called evaporators in which the brine water is being pumped into it. And so they have so what happens is the open surfaces are the sun and their main source of energy, as I previously said. And so the sun evaporates the water, leaving the salts behind. After a while, the water is then pumped into a different pond, and then stages. So from stage one, it depends. So they have a way of measuring the salt content, and then knowing there's various stages that to pump the water. So that's how it's being done. So let's take a look at the various ponds that they have. I think they have about 100 and something. This is the number one pond as I'll be showing right now. This is the pond one, that's the R1. Then it's a very big concession of land, so as you can see it's it goes extreme. Their main source of because whenever the sun or whenever we're in the rainy season, I think they are not in production since their only source of energy is the sun that is being used to produce the salt. Yeah. Let's go back. So this is a map of all their ponds and then everything layout. So this is how it looks like. So and then just watch up to the end where we'll give a brief history about how everything started. And so just watch to end as we continue with our this thing. The salts are being produced. That's that became salt. And then yeah, this they sell the salt to different companies. This is just the brief introduction. Just watch to the end as we give you detailed information about how everything started. So let's move on. So if I had a drone, I could have taken a very beautiful view about it, but I don't have a drone, so I made use of what I have. So as you can see, these are various ponds, and then on the concession, just that they've not covered up to a half of the concession yet. I think they are at one quarter or something, and then they be able to. So they have provided dikes, and then in between the dikes are various connections like pipe, the big pipe holes, and then in which is so they open one from one tank to another to the sun to just scotch on it so that they can harvest the salt. So these are the concession that they own, and then they are making use of it. So as we all know, McDonald is a very popular man in Ghana. He owns so many businesses, and then he's one of his business, and then has been doing so many charity work across Ghana. So that's who he is. Let's just take a view about the place, and then we'll be back. So I talked about them measuring the salinity content, the salinity of the water before they release the water to different pumps at different stages. Though we have smaller salt making people, smaller artisanal, like smaller companies, smaller individuals doing salt also around. So this is how it was being demonstrated. The hydrometer is being used, and then they have something that is being put into the hydrometer to check the salt content. If it has reached the maximum salt content, I think it's 35 ppt or something. Yeah, so they can extract the salt from it. So let's compare to have a view about. So this is a pillar of salt right here. It's kind of brownish. As you can see, the salt looks brownish in color. So what they do next is to wash the salt that are harvested, to wash it with brine. So they have a multi complex machine, as you can see, that they pour the salt on, and then it is being washed with brine at a very high speed. So after washing with brine, this is a machine, this is a complex machine. It works, I think, around 360 degrees, so from one point to another. So it can work every day. So they have um safety measures, and then after that it's being packaged in their sacks, and then they sell it off to these big companies that are on our market. So this um so they sell in bulk. Yeah, so they sell in bulk, and then they sell. Yeah, so this is where everything takes place, and then how their concession works. So enjoy the view about everything. Yeah. So examples of those who buy this salt is there Napuna. Napuna buys it, add some ingredients, some minerals to it. That's the iodine and stuff, and then after that it becomes they grind into finer particles. Then we also go and buy at the market. So let's listen to the history about the salt production.
So the demarcations here you see are it's the Songo Lagoon actually, but we have demarcated them and we refer to them as evaporators. So the technical term we use here are the evaporators. And so we have evaporators in Ada West and then evaporators in Ada East. And down here is the sea. And so here we have intake areas where we move water or brine from the sea into the evaporator. So this is the intake area for Ada West. And then there's an intake area somewhere here for here for Ada East. And so our evaporators are named. So we have the Mediterranean, we have Atlantic, Pacific, Indian, Ionian, and then there is Oluena. Oluena is a freshwater body just behind this building. So that does not contain any salt content, and it is not used for salt production. So when we go down there, we show videos and then a lot of pictures and give you bigger pictures. And on the pictures on the wall here, at the top is the genesis. So with the genesis, it looks at the engagements that were done before Electrochem started operating here. And key to note is that the investor for the place is Dr. Daniel Macaulay. I don't know if you're familiar with the name, popularly known as McDonald. And so before he got in here, he did a whole engagement with his team. And so these are some of the historic pictures we have. That where he was in white, I don't know if you can see, that's the paramount chief for Adam. That's Nene Kabukrantin. sorry. So that's Nene Akwankun. He is the paramount chief for Ada, and Chairman Magdan is called Nene Kapufranting. He's a school development chief here. And so this is the genesis of how everything began, where our story began. And here is what we came to meet. And so when we came in here, the place was in a very deplorable state because it's being managed by different companies and then interim management committees. And so we'll give you a detailed brief on that too. So we came to meet all the embankments and we started overhauling the entire place. So construction works began and all of that. On the side of it are also other pictures that focus on the silting. And so because we came to meet hands that were silted and very thorough, we had to do a lot of work. So these are some of the beginning works that we did. So that's the silting we did. And then where we are currently looked like this before. And so we did all that. Now that is after overhauling the entire place, our initial salt harvesting, and we still continue to do this, which is the exercise we incorporate the communities into our mining actions. So these are some of the pictures. And on the side, you have pictures from some of our sustainability initiatives over there. So because we want to always keep the communities close. And so we've done different giving activities, and we also did this under the flagship of the Magdan Foundation. And so we did some donations and all that. When we go downstairs,
The consultant is because I am not a full-time member of the team, but otherwise I am involved in everything. So I'm part of the electrical team, and you find me somewhere else where I'm also part of that team. So I am Nana Amayra. We have here Nana Adiki Adi, the first. She is a queen mother for the Adebiawe clan of Adan. Adan is a clan area. So we have the paramount chief, and then under him we have several clans. And each of the clans has its own leadership arrangement, traditional leadership. So you have the clan head, and you have the clan queen mother. So she is the clan queen mother for Adebiawe. But she's also part of the project, the team, because you know, the way the work is, and we'll talk about that when we go down, it's such that we are part of a host community or communities. So you cannot live here and operate without situating yourself in the context of the host community. So we have her here as a repository of indigenous knowledge and the history and the traditions and so on. So on one side, she's a professional on the team, but on another side, she's also giving us a lot of insights to work with. There are other members of management who are not here today. So Nana and myself represent management to welcome you.
Thanks for watching, and see you next time on next video. Bye bye.